Welcome to the Book Lounge. If you're looking for a book that has transformed millions of lives and stood the test of time, you're in the perfect place. Today, we bring you The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, 30th Anniversary Edition by Stephen R. Covey, one of the most powerful and widely acclaimed self-development books ever written. This isn't just another guide to success. It's a proven roadmap used by leaders, professionals, and high achievers across the world. What makes this book so extraordinary? It goes beyond quick fixes and empty motivation. Covey's 7 habits lay the foundation for lasting personal and professional growth. You'll discover how to shift from reactive to proactive, build strong relationships, and take control of your life in ways you never thought possible. Whether you're looking to sharpen your focus, improve your leadership skills, or create a meaningful impact in the world, this audiobook will give you the mindset and tools to get there. By the time you finish listening, you won't just feel inspired, you'll be equipped to take action. So get comfortable and stay with us. This is more than a book, it's a game changer. Let's begin. Part 1. Paradigms and Principles. Everything we see, think, and do is shaped by the lens through which we view the world. This opening section unveils a profound truth. Our paradigms dictate our reality. They influence the way we interpret situations, interact with others, and ultimately determine the level of success and fulfillment we experience in life. But here's the challenge. Not all paradigms are accurate or beneficial. Some are outdated, misleading, or built on assumptions rather than principles. This section calls for a shift, a transformation in thinking that aligns us with time-tested, universal principles. Principles such as integrity, fairness, and growth are not fleeting tactics, but unshakable foundations that lead to lasting success. The distinction between personality-based quick fixes and character-driven effectiveness is made clear. Short-term strategies may yield temporary gains, but true effectiveness comes from developing character, building trust, and nurturing habits that sustain a meaningful life. A powerful concept introduced here is the inside-out approach to change. Rather than blaming circumstances or waiting for others to improve, real progress begins within. It's about taking responsibility, owning our responses, choices, and attitudes. External success is merely a reflection of internal development. One of the most striking takeaways from this section is the realization that we don't see the world as it is. We see it as we are. Our experiences, upbringing, and conditioning shape our perception, often leading to blind spots that limit our potential. But by consciously examining and refining our paradigms, we unlock new possibilities and a deeper understanding of what truly drives effectiveness. This is more than a philosophical discussion, it's a call to action. It urges a reevaluation of the way we think, act, and lead our lives. The foundation for lasting success isn't built on external achievements alone, but on the values and principles that govern our decisions. And as this journey unfolds, the habits that follow will solidify a path toward effectiveness, not just in work, but in every aspect of life. Part 2. Habit 1. Be proactive. Principles of personal vision. Life is a continuous series of choices. Some people let circumstances dictate their actions, while others take full responsibility for their responses. This first habit, be proactive, draws a clear line between those who react to life and those who take charge of it. Reactive versus proactive mindset. Many people operate on autopilot, reacting to situations based on emotions, external pressures, or past conditioning. They blame their circumstances, their upbringing, or the actions of others for their struggles. In contrast, proactive individuals recognize that while they can't control everything that happens to them, they can always control how they respond. They are driven by values rather than fleeting emotions, ensuring that their actions align with their long-term vision rather than temporary frustrations. The power of choice. Every human being possesses the ability to choose their response. Between stimulus and response, there's always a space, a moment of decision that defines outcomes. This chapter emphasizes the immense power that comes with recognizing this gap. The most successful individuals are those who take ownership of their decisions, refusing to surrender their power to external circumstances. They don't wait for life to improve, they take intentional steps to shape it. Expanding your circle of influence. People spend too much time focusing on things beyond their control: politics, the economy, the opinions of others, wasting energy on frustration and worry. Proactive individuals, however, direct their energy toward what they can control: their actions, their mindset, and their personal growth. As a result, their circle of influence expands, opening doors and creating opportunities. The more one focuses on self-improvement and meaningful action, the greater their impact on the world around them. Language shapes reality. The way people speak reflects their mindset. Reactive individuals use phrases like "I can't," "I have to," or "that's just the way I am," reinforcing a sense of helplessness. Proactive people, on the other hand, say "I choose to," "I will," or "let's find a way," reinforcing control over their destiny. Words shape thoughts, and thoughts shape actions. By consciously adjusting language, one can rewire the mind for empowerment. Final thoughts. The essence of being proactive is recognizing that personal power lies within. Those who embrace this mindset refuse to be victims of circumstance. They take ownership, act with intention, and build lives based on conscious decisions rather than external pressures. This is the first step toward true personal effectiveness, a mindset shift that transforms not just how one sees the world, but how one moves through it. Habit 2. Begin with the end in mind. Principles of personal leadership. Every action, every decision, every step forward should be guided by a clear destination. Without a defined end in mind, people drift, reacting to life instead of directing it. This habit challenges individuals to take control of their future by envisioning the legacy they want to leave behind and aligning daily actions with that vision. Defining your personal mission. Imagine attending your own funeral. As family, friends, and colleagues speak about your life, what would you want them to say? This exercise forces deep reflection on values, priorities, and purpose. Beginning with the end in mind means crafting a personal mission statement, a guiding philosophy that becomes the foundation for all decisions and actions. Instead of being driven by circumstances, expectations, or fleeting desires, life is built upon a clear and unwavering sense of purpose. The power of mental creation. Everything is created twice, first in the mind, then in reality. Just as an architect designs a building before construction begins, people must consciously design their lives before they unfold. Without a blueprint, outcomes are left to chance. Clarity in vision directs energy, focus, and resources toward meaningful goals, preventing distractions from pulling life off course. Those who fail to define their direction often find themselves climbing the wrong ladder, realizing too late that their efforts led them somewhere they never intended to go. Leadership versus management. While management focuses on efficiency, how well tasks are performed, leadership ensures that those tasks truly matter. Imagine a group of people cutting their way through a dense jungle. Managers sharpen the machetes, improve cutting techniques, and increase productivity. Leaders, however, climb the tallest tree and determine if the team is even in the right jungle. No amount of efficiency can compensate for a lack of direction. True leadership requires stepping back, evaluating the bigger picture, and ensuring that daily actions lead toward a meaningful destination. Aligning actions with principles. Success means little if it is built on the wrong foundation. Money, status, or achievements may seem fulfilling in the moment, but without a deeper sense of purpose, they eventually feel hollow. The most effective people center their lives around principles, timeless values such as integrity, service, growth, and contribution. Unlike external rewards, principles provide lasting fulfillment and guide decisions with clarity and confidence. Final thoughts. Life will always demand attention. Without clear direction, it's easy to get lost in the busyness of daily responsibilities, chasing goals that ultimately lead nowhere. Beginning with the end in mind shifts the focus from short-term achievements to long-term impact. Those who take the time to define their vision, lead themselves with purpose, and align their actions with true principles will not only achieve success, but also build a life of deep meaning and significance. Habit 3. Put first things first. Principles of personal management. Time is life's most valuable currency. Some people spend it reacting to urgent demands, while others intentionally invest it in what truly matters. This habit challenges individuals to step beyond mere productivity and into purposeful prioritization, aligning daily actions with long-term vision. The difference between urgent and important. Life is a constant pull of responsibilities, distractions, and pressures. Some tasks scream for immediate attention, while others quietly determine long-term success. The key is recognizing the difference between what is urgent and what is important. Urgent tasks demand immediate action. Emails, last-minute requests, unexpected problems. Important tasks, on the other hand, contribute to long-term growth, building relationships, strategic planning, self-improvement. The most effective people don't let urgency control them. They focus on what will have the greatest impact. The Time Management Matrix. This chapter introduces a powerful for prioritization, the Time Management Matrix, which categorizes tasks into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. Crisis situations, pressing deadlines, emergencies. These demand attention, but too much time here leads to stress and burnout. Quadrant 2, not urgent but important. Planning, relationship building, skill development, exercise. This is where long-term success is cultivated. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. Unnecessary meetings, constant interruptions, other people's minor requests. These give the illusion of productivity but contribute little to meaningful progress. Quadrant 4, neither urgent nor important. Mindless entertainment, excessive social media, procrastination. These waste valuable time and energy. The goal is to deliberately spend more time in Quadrant 2, where proactive actions prevent crises before they arise and ensure meaningful growth. Saying no to say yes. Every commitment is a trade-off. Saying yes to distractions means saying no to priorities. The most successful individuals are not those who fill their schedules with endless tasks, but those who have the discipline to say no to anything that does not align with their greater vision. Prioritizing the essential means learning to protect time, setting boundaries, and letting go of obligations that do not serve a higher purpose. Living with integrity. Putting first things first is more than time management. It is self-management. It requires aligning actions with values, ensuring that daily choices reflect personal and professional priorities. When time is spent intentionally, life becomes a reflection of purpose rather than a reaction to circumstances. Final thoughts. Busyness does not equal effectiveness. True success lies in the ability to focus on what truly matters, while eliminating distractions that pull attention away from meaningful goals. Those who master this habit don't just manage their time, they take control of their lives. Habit 4. Think win-win. Principles of interpersonal leadership. Success in relationships, business, and life is not a zero-sum game. Too often, people operate with a mindset of scarcity, believing that for one person to win, another must lose. This thinking fuels competition, distrust, and short-term victories at the cost of long-term relationships. Think win-win introduces a powerful shift, an approach where mutual benefit, collaboration, and shared success drive interactions. The 6 paradigms of human interaction. People approach relationships in different ways, often unconsciously adopting one of 6 mental models. 1. Win-lose. The mindset of competition. One person's success must come at another's expense. This approach breeds resentment and short-lived victories. 2. Lose-win. The mindset of self-sacrifice, seeking harmony at the cost of personal needs. It leads to suppressed feelings and eventual burnout. 3. Lose-lose. When 2 stubborn individuals prioritize revenge over resolution, both suffer. No one truly wins in a battle of egos. 4. Win. A self-focused mindset, securing personal gain without considering the impact on others. It often leads to isolation and missed opportunities for greater success. 5. Win-win or no deal. A commitment to mutual benefit. If both parties can't win, they agree not to proceed. This mindset builds trust and prevents forced compromises. 6. Win-win. The ideal approach, seeking solutions where everyone benefits, fostering cooperation, and strengthening relationships. The most effective leaders, negotiators, and team players reject the scarcity mentality that fuels win-lose thinking. They recognize that life offers abundant opportunities and that shared victories create lasting success. Character as the foundation of win-win. Win-win is more than a strategy. It's a mindset rooted in 3 essential character traits. Integrity. Staying true to core values and principles, ensuring actions align with long-term commitments rather than short-term gains. Maturity. Balancing courage with consideration, asserting one's needs while also valuing others' perspectives. Abundance mentality. The belief that success is not limited and that there is enough opportunity, recognition, and achievement for everyone. The power of win-win agreements. Strong relationships thrive on clear expectations and mutual benefit. Whether in business, friendships, or families, agreements based on shared goals and fairness lead to lasting trust. Win-win agreements outline expectations, responsibilities, and the desired outcomes for all parties, ensuring accountability and satisfaction. Final thoughts. Life's greatest successes are not achieved in isolation. The strongest leaders and most fulfilled individuals cultivate relationships where everyone wins. When people embrace this mindset, they shift from competition to collaboration, from division to unity, and from fleeting victories to lasting influence. Habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Principles of empathic communication. Communication is the foundation of every relationship, personal and professional. Yet, most people don't truly listen. They hear words, but their minds are busy formulating responses, preparing arguments, or waiting for their turn to speak. This habit challenges individuals to shift their approach, to listen with the intent to understand, rather than the intent to reply. The problem with most listening. Too often, people engage in autobiographical listening, filtering what they hear through their own experiences and biases. Instead of seeking to understand, they judge, probe, give unsolicited advice, or relate everything back to themselves. This approach may seem helpful, but it often leaves the speaker feeling unheard, frustrated, or even defensive. Real listening requires stepping outside of one's own perspective and fully immersing in the world of the other person. The power of empathic listening. Empathic listening is deeper than active listening. It goes beyond repeating words or nodding in agreement. It involves truly feeling what the other person is expressing. This level of understanding builds trust, diffuses tension, and creates meaningful connections. When people feel understood, they become more open, receptive, and willing to engage in productive dialogue. Empathic listening follows a structured approach. Listen with your eyes, ears, and heart. Words only convey part of the message. Tone, body language, and emotion tell the rest of the story. Refrain from judgment. Let go of assumptions and focus entirely on the other person's perspective. Reflect and clarify. Summarizing and repeating key points shows attentiveness and ensures accurate understanding. Validate emotions. People don't just want their words acknowledged, they want their feelings recognized. The shift from reactive to proactive communication. Most misunderstandings stem from a rush to be heard rather than an effort to hear. People try to fix problems before fully grasping them, offer solutions before knowing the real issue, or argue their point without considering the other person's perspective. By seeking to understand first, the dynamic changes. Conversations become collaborative rather than combative. Once true understanding is achieved, expressing one's own viewpoint becomes far more effective. Others are more willing to listen when they feel heard. Instead of talking past each other, both sides engage in meaningful and solution-driven dialogue. Final thoughts. Mastering this habit transforms relationships. It replaces frustration with connection, conflict with resolution, and surface-level conversations with genuine understanding. The greatest leaders, negotiators, and communicators share one thing in common: they listen first. Those who embrace this approach don't just improve their conversations, they strengthen trust, deepen relationships, and create lasting influence. Habit 6. Synergize. Principles of creative cooperation. When people come together with a mindset of genuine collaboration, something extraordinary happens. Ideas flourish, solutions multiply, and outcomes exceed expectations. This habit is about harnessing the power of teamwork, valuing differences, and unlocking creative potential that would be impossible to achieve alone. The power of synergy. Synergy is the magic that happens when individuals combine their unique perspectives, skills, and experiences to create something greater than the sum of its parts. It thrives on mutual respect and an openness to new ways of thinking. True synergy is not just about compromise, where each person gives up something to meet in the middle. It's about elevating the conversation to discover better solutions that neither side initially imagined. This principle applies everywhere, in business, families, friendships, and communities. When people stop seeing differences as obstacles and start seeing them as strengths, new possibilities emerge. The most groundbreaking innovations, the strongest relationships, and the most effective teams are built on this principle, valuing differences instead of tolerating them. Many people instinctively resist differing opinions, seeing them as threats to their own beliefs or plans. But synergy requires shifting from defensiveness to curiosity, welcoming diverse perspectives rather than dismissing them. Differences in thinking, background, and expertise are not weaknesses. They are assets that enrich discussions and lead to deeper understanding. The key is high-trust communication, an environment where people feel safe expressing ideas, even if they contradict popular opinion. In such an environment, conversations shift from debates to discoveries, from arguments to innovation. Achieving synergy in conflict. Disagreements are inevitable, but synergy transforms them from roadblocks into breakthroughs. Instead of fighting to be right, those who embrace this habit seek third alternatives, solutions neither side originally proposed, but that serve everyone's best interests. To achieve this, individuals must approach discussions with an open mind, willing to learn from others. Listen with the intent to genuinely understand, not just to respond. Focus on solutions that benefit all parties rather than insisting on their own way. This mindset turns competition into collaboration and transforms tense interactions into productive partnerships. Final thoughts. Synergy is the highest form of human interaction. It fuels innovation, strengthens relationships, and enables individuals to accomplish far more together than they ever could alone. Those who practice this habit don't just cooperate, they create. They don't just work together, they build something extraordinary. True effectiveness lies not in isolated effort, but in the ability to unite strengths and unlock limitless potential. Habit 7. Sharpen the saw, principles of balanced self-renewal. Imagine trying to cut down a tree with a dull saw. No matter how hard you push, the blade drags, progress slows, and frustration builds. The wise choice? Stop. Take a moment and sharpen the saw. This habit is a reminder that sustained success and effectiveness require regular renewal, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Without it, burnout is inevitable and growth stalls. The 4 dimensions of renewal. True self-renewal requires a deliberate focus on 4 key areas of life. Neglecting any one of them weakens the foundation of personal effectiveness. 1. Physical renewal. Strengthening the body. Energy fuels action, and without a strong body, even the sharpest mind struggles. Proper nutrition, exercise, rest, and stress management are essential for maintaining endurance. When people prioritize their physical well-being, they increase their stamina, focus, and resilience. Ignoring this aspect leads to exhaustion, decreased productivity, and poor health. 2. Mental renewal, expanding the mind. The mind thrives on continuous learning. Reading, critical thinking, writing, and problem-solving keep it sharp. People who invest in mental growth stay adaptable, creative, and informed. Complacency leads to stagnation, but those who challenge themselves intellectually remain ahead in both personal and professional life. 3. Emotional and social renewal, nurturing relationships. Strong relationships provide stability, support, and fulfillment. Meaningful connections with family, friends, and colleagues create an environment of trust and belonging. Taking time to nurture these bonds strengthens emotional well-being, reduces stress, and enhances overall happiness. Without this renewal, relationships wither, leading to isolation and dissatisfaction. 4. Spiritual renewal, connecting with purpose. A strong spirit provides clarity and direction, whether through meditation, prayer, time in nature, or reflection. Reconnecting with personal values and purpose fuels motivation. This renewal anchors individuals, helping them navigate challenges with wisdom and inner peace. When ignored, people drift, feeling lost and unfulfilled. The habit that elevates all others. Sharpening the saw is what makes lasting success possible. It creates a cycle of continuous improvement, strengthening every other habit. Renewal is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Those who regularly invest in themselves perform at higher levels, make better decisions, and experience deeper satisfaction in life. Final thoughts. Progress demands balance. Those who push forward relentlessly without recharging eventually collapse. But those who pause, refine their skills, and care for themselves sustain momentum and reach new heights. The sharpest saw cuts effortlessly, and the strongest individuals know that renewal is the key to lasting effectiveness. Inside Out Again, the final chapter. Reaching the final chapter is not an ending, it's a new beginning. The journey through the habits has been one of transformation, shifting perspectives, and discovering the principles that lead to true effectiveness. Now, the focus returns to where it all started, within. The greatest changes are not those imposed by external forces, but those that emerge from the inside out. Sustainable success, deep fulfillment, and lasting impact are the results of personal growth and self-mastery. This last chapter serves as a powerful reminder that the journey toward effectiveness is continuous. Each habit is a stepping stone, but real progress comes from consistent application, refinement, and commitment. A return to core principles. Throughout the journey, character has been the foundation. Strengthening integrity, building trust, and aligning actions with values create a life of authenticity and purpose. The principles woven into each habit are universal and timeless. They withstand external pressures, challenges, and shifting circumstances. Those who internalize them don't just react to life, they shape it. This chapter urges reflection. Have the lessons been understood deeply enough? Are the habits becoming second nature, or are they still concepts waiting to be lived? The challenge is not merely to know, but to embody, to turn awareness into daily action. The true measure of growth is not in what has been learned, but in how it transforms choices, relationships, and outcomes. Growth is a lifelong process. Mastery of the habits is not achieved in a single reading or a short burst of enthusiasm. It requires patience, persistence, and the willingness to continually improve. Life will always present obstacles, but with a strong internal foundation, those challenges become opportunities for refinement and strength. This concluding message is clear. Personal effectiveness is not a destination, it's a way of being. The habits, when fully embraced, lead to a life of contribution, meaning, and deep personal fulfillment. The process begins from within, and its impact extends far beyond oneself, influencing families, workplaces, and communities. Final thoughts. Standing at the end of this book is, in truth, standing at the threshold of something greater, the ongoing pursuit of growth, purpose, and true success. The habits provide the map, but the journey is uniquely personal. The real challenge is not in understanding the principles, but in living them every single day. The question now is simple. Will you apply what you've learned and commit to lasting change? And that brings us to the end of this powerful and timeless audiobook. Hopefully, you've gained insights that will shape the way you think, lead, and live. If this book left an impact, let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts in the comments, discuss your favorite habit, or tell us how you plan to apply these principles in your life. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the Book Lounge, and stay tuned for more life-changing audiobooks. Thanks for listening, and may these lessons guide you toward greater success and fulfillment.